to my channel. Welcome to Flosstube. Now, depending on how long this goes for, I may end up doing it in 2 parts. This is huge. I actually haven't Flosstubed for July or August. I have tons to show you, like tons. I have been busy doing retreats. I have been doing the Black Needle Society retreat. So it started off in July with frogworts. Then the following weekend it went into the night garden box. Then I think I had 2-3 weeks off, and then we had Autumn in Stars Hollow retreat, and in between all of those there was local needle stitch and chat sessions and online chats with the Black Needle Society, like this one happening tomorrow for me. Projects coming out my ears. I have a finish. I've been stitching every single day without fail, and I have project bags to show you. I have knitting. I've everything. You name it, I've got it. So I didn't actually select bits and pieces in any particular order, so I'm going to be a little bit sketchy. Let's go through the magazines first. Okay. Magazines. I have literally just done flip throughs for these, so I'm not going to go into a whole heap of information. You'll just have to go to my playlist with flip throughs and you can see all the info. But I've got the Cross Stitcher magazine, April, March, April and June, so I'm missing the May because I'm slack and they only get in so many magazines. And then what I've also got is the March and June issue of the World of Cross Stitching magazine. Of these two, I much prefer the World of Cross Stitching magazine. The designs in there are so much better. They do much more bothy Doreen Jones. These ones are a little bit, maybe, I don't know the designers maybe as much. They're okay. I mean, there is this one, which is all kinds of cute. It's a Doreen Jones one, I think, that one. Yeah, it's a Doreen Jones. But I think the designs overall, I prefer, in a way, of the World of Cross Stitching. Although if you like your alphabet kind of stuff, that's in the Cross Stitcher magazine. It's a funny one. So there are all of those. Go check out the links on that one. Otherwise, we'll seriously be here all year just on me doing flip throughs. I don't know if I'm going to get my hands. The World of Cross Stitching has the on sale in May, but I think it's the July issue. And it's got Anne Stokes and it's her green dragon on the front as the freebie in the magazine, like the pattern. Oh my god, dragons. It's like, oh, awesome. Take this one out. That's a pattern to show you. I've got more patterns to show you. So I'll get these magazines out of the way. These are the part of the Disney collection. Now, you may have seen me do a flip through with these, but these are basically all Disney designs. I haven't even looked at these. I have literally just cut the tops off. These are all to be stored in a binder. I'm still waiting on my binder, although I could get any A4 binder, to be honest. But you've got things like the silhouettes here for the Peter Pan set. They do give you the floss colours. You can do your Dumbo Flying High banner there, which is all kinds of cute. Alice in Wonderland, they're really cool. There was an Alice design in one of those other magazines and she was gross. Dumbo, how cute. Dumbo's so cool. The only problem with these, they're giving you the cheap Chinese threads, and with the stitch along, as far as I can remember, with this, the Dumbo kind of characters, they don't give you the DMC conversions, so you cannot create it yourself unless you can colour match really well. But you do get the free cotton. But I think it's Hachette. It's just 100% cotton. Nothing fancy, nothing, you know, crazy. You got some letters, you got some more Dumbo. The Play It Cool is Frozen. Ooh, See, they tear really easily, so be careful with that. But the silhouette is, so you've got Olaf, the girls, and Sven there, and the castle. So it's all kinds of cool. There's a picture that you can put up as a poster in your kids' room. There you go. Bookmark, Belle, and Tale as Old as Time. All kinds of cool. Tiger stripe cushion, color key. So there's your cushion, and you can tiger stripe it. Then you've got the mice from Cinderella. And then you've got Mowgli and Baloo in this part of the SAL. So that's the whole SAL, and you get one character per item. So it started off with Tigger, and then the rest of the stitches continue. So these are the colours that you would need for Mowgli and Baloo, and it builds up like that. Now, with issue 1, that comes with that massive ugly board kind of thing, you don't get enough of the colours to be able to create the whole of Tigger. So I think you need part 2 to actually complete Tigger with the freebie. Why did I think that one was Mowgli and Baloo? Hang on. 5. Oh, start stitching Mowgli and Baloo and finish stitching Mowgli and Baloo. So there's more colours that you would need for them, and it gives you the back stitching. Let's see what the difference is. What's it doing differently? Yep, it's the back stitching. So this one's missing the back stitching, and then the finish gives you the back stitching. So I'm going to keep these together so that they actually don't get damaged, because I don't have the binder yet. I think that's coming in the next shipment. So yeah, back stitching there, showing his belly and putting Mowgli into a little boy and giving Baloo his nose. Then you've got Cute Cup of Tea from Chip, from the teacup in Cinderella as well. It's 8 centimeters squared. Then you've got a Bare Necessities bag as a makeup bag, and then you would want to do your back stitching on top of that. And just go for your life yourself. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs poster, an original Disney poster. Your Lion King album kind of photo frame piece. That's really cute. It's kind of silhouetted, but it gives you your DMC and it gives you your anchor on these. And then there's another poster there, Snow White. Okay. Letters, so you can do your writing. Oh, there's the Aristocrats in Project Gallery. And the next issue then is promoting what's coming. It's been a long time since I've seen the Aristocats. So your next colour, and it's Thumper, and then you've got Hakuna Matata with Simba. Alright, so Thumper for this one, and this is, so they're doing kind of one character over 2 magazines, give or take, depending on the details. So it's going to take a bit of time to get the best out of this. But yeah, Thumper in this issue doesn't include the back stitching, so the back stitching is going to be the next issue. You've got Simba with the Hakuna Matata. And again, if you're creative, you could do the back stitching yourself on that and make his ears and face pop a bit. You've got Marie from the Aristocats. That's gorgeous. The back stitching really does make some of these designs. You have Monkey Business with King Louie from the Jungle Book. You've got this gorgeous Lion King poster from the whole Just Can't Wait to Be King catastrophe where they all fall down. And then the silhouettes are from Shark Tale. Shark Tale? No, not Shark Tale. Finding Nemo. Because you've got Little Dude and the shark, and you've got Dory, and you've got Nemo down in the bottom corner there, and the silhouettes for the frame. So they're really kind of cool little additions. And then you've got text. So there's all these different alphabets coming through from the kit as well. And then Project Gallery, and then next month it's Bambi and Winnie the Pooh. Interesting, it says start stitching Winnie. Oh no, that's in part 9, right? So you finish Thumper in part 8. You've got Donald and Daisy, Mickey and... hang on. Oh no, it's just close up of the heads. Okay. Donald and Daisy silhouettes there. You've got Mickey, Donald, Daisy and Minnie in issue 9. So if you're a Disney fan, this is going to cost you a small fortune if you keep collecting it, but if you're a Disney fan, I think you'd be kicking yourself not to have it, because these are genuine Disney designs. It's licensed artwork for those. Now, I don't know if I showed you these, so I'm just really going to scan these really quickly for you. So this is issue 1, 2 and 3, and you can see that it's Tigger, start Tigger, finish Tigger, start Dumbo, and then all of the other sets. So you've got all the flosses, you've got, which, okay, that makes for quite bulky, but that, will soon start filling your binder. You actually get the big lever arch style binders for these kits. I think they said it was 90 issues when I did a bit of digging. They're $10 each. You do the math. Really expensive in the end, but for licensed artwork, it might be worth it. I have done some cross-stitch needlework, kind of crafty subscription services before. It is quite expensive way to purchase them for something that you may never get around to, but I don't know, you might get around to using the Disney stuff. There's an awful lot of fan-based stuff there. There's like the frames even. If you've got kids, grandkids, you could put their pictures in the Disney frames for their favorite character, and I think that would go down a real treat. All right, moving on. Patterns that I've got. No, Sophie, not now. Not now. Go on, ask Daddy. All right, now look. Isn't he just cute? One of the ladies in my local stitching group is stitching this bad boy. She's got him on a frame. Now, this is the wispy cotton. It's all in here. Here's the wispy cotton here. Everything is in here. It's a Russian kit. It does have the multiple languages. I hate that it's paper. I could only buy this as a kit. But look at the gingerbread houses. And look at the moose. I mean, isn't he gorgeous? So I'm watching this come to life by the lady in the stitching group, and it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It's just on a plain Aida. I mean, everything is here. I think the needle and everything is in here. I haven't opened it. I have literally just taken it out of the envelope. Oh, I'm just looking for the opening. It's a hard kit. I'm not going to take the pattern out, but these are the instructions. I bought this off an Etsy seller in Russia, and I'm just looking for the English cross-stitch kit. Contains Gamma Aida K16 fabric. 16 count? Yeah, it's a 16 count. Embroidery needle, beading needle, felted wool, gamma stranded cotton on a loaded organizer, check seed beads, embroidery instructions and colour chart, and the size of the embroidery includes framing allowances. So plenty of space. Alright, there's the colour chart, right? It's in Russian, sorry, don't mean to be rude. The threads, your number thread, your symbol, how many skeins, how many strands. So you use 2 strands, back stitching is all the one. You've got your colours, and what I might do is actually get a highlighter and highlight all the green, all the English. So half crosses should be used to attach wool fibres imitating chimney smokes. So what it actually has is, these are tacked down by little half stitches, and then the smoke kind of billows out from where it's tacked down. It's quite visible on that as a kit. Numbered on each of those, so not overly difficult to find them. And then you've got your seed beads, which are actually quite big. These are quite big beads. And there's going to be a needle somewhere in there as well. So it's 11 by 13, which is roughly bigger than A4. Okay, but everything is in there. And if you wanted to give this to somebody as a project, oh yeah, what I was going to try doing was, where are the beads? Now, I bought this on Etsy. I don't know if it's a licensed reseller, but it's a panic kit. You're buying it as a kit. So I just bought it off somebody who had a fairly good reputation. Beads, sorry. Beads, so you've got yellow, green and red beads on the strings there, on the houses, there, on the eaves. Okay? So there you go. How cute. I mean, I couldn't resist. It's very much what they call a unicorn project. Right. Now, I think I forgot to show you these up until the date. These, let me see if I can get them in order. March, April, May, June. Alright. These are heartstring sampleries, Sunday stitches. So these are all hymns. You get one a month as a pattern. And this is for the Old Rugged Cross, and the words are, I will cling to the Old Rugged Cross. They make fairly small patterns, but they are all different sizes and they could be finished in different ways. So you've got your stitch count 146 by 76. It's modelled with 1 thread over 2. Graham Cracker Fabrics, tea set, 36 count. Classic Colourworks, Honeycomb, Gentle Art, Green with Envy, Weeks Dye Works, Caper, Concord and Gunmetal. What they do with using those over dyes is it's a much more natural, old schooly kind of feel. So there's the Old Rugged Cross. If you are in any way loving the old hymns, this is absolutely a collection for you to have. It is well with my soul. Whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. That's gorgeous when it's sung with some good bass. These are about $16.50 Aussie. They're about $10 each. Gives you all the colour count. This one's done on a 32 count, so they're not even the same count. 94 by 86. These are not big. And released in April. If you go onto the Heartstring Samplery website, you can actually see their releases and you can see the hymn name for future months. So we're August already, so there's not much left to be revealed, but I've put in to get the whole set throughout the year with my local needle store because there's something special. This one, oh, the deep, deep love of Jesus. 'Tis an ocean vast of blessing, 'tis a haven sweet of rest. And then it shows the song in the background and all of that kind of thing. I had a blue book and I had Mission Praise was the go-to modern book when I was in Christian church that would sing the old school songs. Actually, there was 2 churches I went to and they had the old hymn book and the Mission Praise songs. And then Hillsong just do their own. Sometimes they sing the old hymns. Anyway, I digress. A Mighty Fortress is our God. Lovely song as well. And it was just like Hiraeth, nostalgia, all that kind of thing. Love that. Now, I don't think I got around to showing you this at all. I think I saw this on the needle store, like my local needle store's site, and I went, oh my goodness. It is Country Threads pattern. It's a pattern pack. Country Threads have been doing these kind of things from, you know, Fiona Judd and all of this stuff. She does an awful lot of these things, and it's all very Australiana. So I actually have either earmarked these or I've already got them. If you want to see what I've already got, you would need to look at video number 1, which I may link up in the eye for my floss tube, because I went through my stash. And I have always loved Fiona Judd for things like the Galaz, the Tin Shed, the Aussie Country, and I really wanted to kind of make Australia home kind of thing. And I don't know that there is things like this for Ireland that make me think of home Ireland, but it was something that I really loved about Fiona's work. So yeah, I saw this and it was all the Australian plant life, and it was just like, oh yeah, please, because I've grown or had these growing in the wild, or I've gone bushwalking and they're there. So these are all familiar to me. So you've got the Banksias, and it says what all of these are. So there's emu bush, kangaroo prawl, with this is fluffy felty kind of thing. Hakea, which is like a seed pod, I think. Groundsel, which is not like the Irish groundsel, but it is daisy-like. You know, native pear, ranunculus. I can't think of what that one's called. I think it might be a wild rose. Waratah. Yes, the Waratah flower. I didn't know what a real Waratah looked like. We have a wildlife photographer here in Tasmania who did a series of car stickers with the Waratah flower, and I'm kind of thinking, what the heck is this? And a friend of mine said, you'll have to have seen these on the cars. And I said, I don't recall seeing these on the cars. Of course, every car I've seen now since nearly has the Waratah flower on them. We went bushwalking, hubby and I, and the kids went bushwalking, and there's the Waratah in bloom where we were. They're tiny, tiny flowers. But the first time I've really been consciously kind of, that's the Waratah, that's the colour, that's the vibrancy, and really kind of gone, of course it's iconic. It's this gorgeous cherry red flower, and the rest of the leaves are either dark green or non-existent at the time of the year that they come out, and it's just amazing to have your eyes opened, I suppose, to the local kind of flowers. And of course there's also a designer who's a friend of mine. She's drying flowers, and she came across a designer who is resin setting Australian flowers. So she's actually got wattle in a diamond, kind of like this thing. Sorry, I'll try and get it out. Ugh. It's this kind of design, and she's got the wattle green and yellow flower in a clear resin, and she's turned it into a necklace pendant. That kind of thing I love. I love having the Australiana kind of stuff. Alright, where to next? Next pattern. This was the last pattern that I was waiting to receive to remind me of Godric. This is very much Godric. You know, black cat, one eye open, sitting on the couch, or on the back of the couch in my case. He would often sit just above my head on the couch. So yeah, he's my baby. So I got that to remember him by. I've actually got a few of these cat kits now. All right. Last lot of patterns. These are the freebies that came with the magazines. So you've got Ed Hedgehog from Furry Friends, Margaret Sherry kit. Sorry, that's not Ed Hedgehog. That's Margaret Sherry. This is Ed Hedgehog, Country Companions, Furry Friends. Then you've got Hello Honey card. You have the gorgeous bookshelf with the plants and the cat. Any cat I've known has eaten the plants, so I can't have plants. And then you've got the coasters, which are on a felt backing. Everything that you need is in these. The needles, the felt, the cards, everything is in these. Really, really handy. Alright. Oh, one more. And the Biscornu which also came with the Cross Stitcher magazine. Gorgeous colours, and I haven't done a biscornu yet. And then there's the polka dot backing fabric as well, so you can finish the back. Alright, let's get on to yarn. So you might want to bump ahead if you don't like wool. Get the wool out of the way, and then we'll play in the cross stitch world. Alright, this is, excuse the rattly, knit crate, and this was July? May it might have been. May. This was the May box. So this is chill. This is really, really heavy weight. It squashes. The pattern that you can get is for a cowl. But this particular one, it's lot 478348. This is from Audion Wools by Knit Crate. It's called Chill. And it's Suri alpaca and cashmere. It's reasonably soft, but a little bit kind of scratchy. So beautiful. So chunky, so heavy. If you've got heavy woolen wear that you like, that is the business. Now, Darn Good Yarn have changed how they're doing things. Let me get this out of the way. Ooh, oh yeah, and the freebie that you got also were some needle minders in this little lemon yellow kind of thing. Is that it? Alright, and then you get your book, of course. The sock pattern is there, the cowl is there. How gorgeous is that, honestly? And it's simple to do. I've had a look through the pattern, and it's simple as, and I'll be able to explain why it's simple when I show you my knitting project. So that's Knit Crate for May. Darn Good Yarn is now coming like this, okay? Stupid postie, put a sticker on my pretty picture, but you get the pretty pictures and you get plain boxes. Now the other boxes are coming in colours, so they're not all brown, and if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you will have seen how bright each of the colour boxes are. I've got stacks under me here, and they're every colour under the sun. This was a treat from Nicole. Normally the new boxes are going to be like that. 2 balls, and that's what you get. Up until then, we had been getting 1 ball and a free gift. So now Nicole has given, on the 2-year anniversary, 3 balls of this particular silk. So this is Twisting Rainbows. It's silk. It's 23 to 26 stitches in 4 inches, or 16 by 20 to 20 in crochet. They retail for 17 each. I got this for 10 plus shipping. There's 150 yards of yarn in each of these. So again, if you get stuck, you can go onto Ravelry, you can key in your length and your heaviness, and you can get a pattern for that. But isn't it gorgeous, those rainbow colours? Beautiful, really, really beautiful. Sophie's being a bit of a twit. This is something I bought free with points. I've been gaining points for every purchase that I make, and I ordered this as an extra, so all I had to do was pay for shipping. This is Holly, and it's a variegated every colour in the sun. Not enough yellow for me, but every other colour vibrant, and it's a sport wake silk yarn. I've got 2 balls of this. It is 200 yards in each one. No idea what project I'm going to do with that, but that is my paid nothing for it, just used my points and paid for shipping. And it came out in an envelope. So there's that. Oops, I've just sent a butterfly flying. Okay. In keeping with the knitting, I was looking for my bag. Sophie has been up here. In keeping with the knitting, I'll show you my project. is my knitting. So I keep this in the bag. The only thing I would need to do is sew a damn pocket on that to keep these balls in, because I do this while hubby drives. So I'm on to colour 9 and 10, I think. And this is the beginning. And I've made mistakes on this, I have found. Alright, so we've got picot edge on the very beginning. Okay, those little bobbly bits. Had no clue what I was doing with picot. Knew how to knit, knew how to purl. I think I've got this correct. I may not have. I think I've got that right. Then I did this, and I think I've got this right. I love the bars. I feel like I've stuffed up here. I've only got a row of 2 there. Then I've done this. This is backwards. This should be knit, and I've purled it on the wrong side. The crossover is correct, but the actual background stitch is not correct, and you'll see the difference when we get to the mirror. Alright, this is the halfway point. I tried to mirror what I had done, but I don't think I've done it quite right, so I've got an extra couple of rows there and not there. It'll be fine, it's a scarf. I've done the bubbles down the middle. They don't quite sit as proud, and it all needs to be blocked when it's all finished. And then this is the section I'm up to. Now, I've been driving myself to work this last week, and I haven't had any knitting time, so I owe myself 10 rows, which might actually finish the next section. But it looks like I've gone wrong there. Maybe it's just the way the thing is stretching. It's just got a weird kind of bow on it. I'll be glad when this section is finished, to be honest. I love the rest of these. I love this section here, and this is just simple. This is the most difficult crossover of the pattern, because what you're doing is knitting into one yarn over, knitting into the same stitch again off, so you've got 2 extra stitches, and then you're doing knit 2 together, slip stitch, slip slip knit, or you're slipping 3, or you're slipping 1, and just trying to keep your head around it. And it takes me 1 row will get done on 1 trip into the city, and then I might get 2 rows of the next one done, but the tricky one I only get 1 in 15 minutes. So yeah, it's hard work. I'll be glad when I finish this section, but it's teaching me so much. And I've also found Norman of Nimble Needles YouTube. Norman is really good. His teaching is really good, and it's made things a bit more self-explanatory when he's explained it, and then I've gone, oh, I think I get it now. Because the cotton he uses really makes the stitches stand out. He's been stitching forever, so he's wise in his stitching, and he just lays it out really simply. So yeah, there's that. Now I do have other stuff too. Okay, move, get off my book. All right, you ready? Okay, more yarn. Hopefully that doesn't fall. Go away, Sophie. No, you're not getting anything in there. No. Bridgerton. Forbidden Fibre came out with 2 boxes. One was knitting, one was cross-stitching. They dye their own yarn, and they dye their own floss. this is the knit box. Okay, I have done the unboxing. If you want to go see that, you'll have to go check out the link for the yarn. But this is how it came with all of these boxes. Okay, and all of the yarn. So you've got a grey, and you've got a lemon, and it's all colour appropriate for Bridgerton. You've got 3, which is a brown. All of these take after each of the characters. 4 is this purple. 5 is another kind of blue. 6 is another bright blue. And 7 is a turquoisey kind of green. And 8 is a dark blue. You've also got cameos, shawl catches, balm. Sorry, the B and the cameo. Then you've got your your pattern, which I've also reprinted from the electronic version, and you've got a notebook and pencil, like a dance card. So all of those, came with this, and a box of cookies. Now, unfortunately, the box should be deeper, and it's not. So getting these back in is a doozy. But there's the pattern, and the pattern is literally like knit, yarn over, purl, yarn over, yarn over. And you end up with this holy scarf in all of these different colours. You have not got a sneak peek. It's in black and white. I've printed off, I think, a couple of copies and have stored them in with a cardboard reinforced folder so that it doesn't get squashed and crumpled, which is what I found with my working pattern. So this is my working pattern. It's dog-eared, it's bashed and everything else, so I've put the folder inside it to try and strengthen it so that it wouldn't dog-ear, and that is keeping it from getting all ratty. And then I've got another folder in my bag to keep it from getting all the ratty. So yeah, there's that. Let me try and get that to balance. Alright, now I think we are on to cross stitch now. Okay, this is the Bridgerton cross stitch box. Now with this, okay, much more organised and fits in the box really well. So you get some biscuits from Janice and Maurice, Janice and Melanie, hang on, Janice, Melanie, and there's raspberry biscuits. The other ones that I've already eaten were lemon. Yum. You got your piece of wisteria. You got your same kind of story. Forbidden Fibre dyed the fabric. So it's a fat quarter, 8 is Weigart. It's overlocked. It's 14 count. And then each of your flosses came in these gorgeous little envelopes. You've got a cuticle cream. You've got a floss keeper. So you've got the Lady Bridgerton here for your floss keepers. Now they're not made of a plasticated cardboard, so I don't know how hard wearing they would really be, but it's really nice having the floss rings, and I keep mine anyway on snack bags, so I could even put a hole into those and put them on the ring. And then you got the little bee icon, pair of scissors, all in these gorgeous gauze organza bags, and then some button cover minder, pin, I think it's a pin, yeah, it's a pin, cameo, and then you got your piece of wisteria. Now your floss is Forbidden Fibre coloured, different from the knit. So you've got each of the different colours. Is it green? I don't think there were tokens in these. So if you remember, I got the Harry Potter box, and every couple of things you got a token needle minder or something, or not a needle minder. You might have got a brooch or a something. I don't think these ones have that. I think they're just in the box. There's a description of each of the words, but you've got all these different colors. Unfortunately, there's no windows on these envelopes, so you can't see all the colors together. But again, if you watch my unboxing, you'll see all the pretties all together. Okay, you've got your lilac, and all of these represent each character. You've got the brown. Some of them are the same, but there's 2 extra colors in the cross stitch than the knit, so you've got some extras. This one was, yeah, so you've got an off-white. You've got 2 strands of that one because you need 2 strands, so they don't shortchange you. And then you've got the navy, and the last one is a lilac, and look at the variegation even in that one. So you've got all of those, and you've got your pattern. So got your fabric, there's your pattern there. It's in black and white, so no sneak peeks. But all of this, you know, with the wisteria colours, you've got the house, you've got the couple, you've got the tree. And it says, just because something is not perfect does not make it less worthy of love. So you've got your 2 main characters and everything else there. You've got all of the different names to do with the books. There are spoilers involved in these, so if you haven't read the books, you might not want the spoilers. But this is how it arrived. They actually both arrived together in one box, which was really cool. Huge box for both of those. So real treat getting those. Let's stick with the boxes. And we've got, well, let's do them in order of retreats. Black Needle Society. Now, these have been opened and not everything is in these anymore. So this is Frogwart's Year 2. And this is the Forbidden Fibre. No, Colour and Cotton. Very sorry. This might be Forbidden Fibre. These have been curated. So you might remember seeing this from Forbidden Fibre's yarn box, Harry Potter, last year. There's the Basilisk, the diary. It's really heavy. You've got your floss ring, and then you've got Colour and Cotton floss. So black pepper, butterbeer, cinnamon, sherbet lemon, and soap. There are 8 yards in each of these. That's a lot of floss. So pretty. Alright, and then these pretty like a lolly jar almost. Not lolly jar, lolly box. You know, the Bertie Bott's jelly beans. Okay, so there was that. You got tea. Polyjuice Potion tea. Steep at 212 degrees for 5 to 10 minutes. So you get one of those strainers, and it's a loose leaf tea with chunks. Smells divine. Alright, but it's a pretty tin. Then, ooh, there was this Gildor Lockhart. Ugh! Just gives me the heebie-jeebies. But it's a mirror. Came in this lovely little envelope though, with the wax style seals. They're actually plastic, but it looks like a wax seal. It's all kinds of cool. The floss ring, I think, came in that. You've got rubber duck bath soap. All curated for the Black Needle Society. Katie did a most fantastic job on this. This is a needle minder, but wait, there's more. Okay, so you've got these. Look, it's a howler. But look. it says my name. How cool is that? Seriously. I need to put it with my Frogwarts kit, actually. Then you've got this, which is a hairband. Okay. And it's got the Weasley clock on it from hellofablebands.com. Now these two I think I've opened. They're empty, but the two boxes came together. Okay. And they contained my mugs. Okay. This being one of them. This is the year 1 mug, and it's got the Weasley house, the letters, the train station, the train, and Hogwarts. So that's year 1. Katie has designed this. 100 hours of designing went into that. And the year 2 mug also came. And then you've got these floss keepers, which again, they're cardboard, but they're all these pretty, pretty things. So, I mean, I could even laminate them, cut them out really carefully, and have them a little bit sturdier, just to be able to preserve them. So there's all of these goodies from Letters from Hogwarts. It's such a treat. The retreat itself was insane because it's Frogwarts, and I didn't do year 1. Because it's Frogwarts, it's a school environment, so it's competitive. The competitive stitching, we had an hour to do maximum stitches. There were Facebook rooms, there's points for houses. It was awesome. If you're competitive or you just love cross stitching, it was amazing. If you can get into this next year, oh my god, you will not regret doing it. Whether you can do all of it or none of it, just get the box, join in, or whatever it is you want to do. Sophie, I need this now. It was so much fun, and the quality items that you got out of that was incredible. I'll show you the kit in just a second, because oh yes, it also came with this project bag. So this project bag is A3, sorry, A3 in size. It came also with the pattern. This is the pattern here. So you've got the burrow, you've got the potion, you've got the Valiant, you've got Hermione as the cat with the Apologies potion that went wrong, you've got the Whomping Willow, you've got the Spider R, no, can't think of them. You've got the Mangroves, Expelliarmus for the spells, you've got the pipes, you've got the Sword of Gryffindor, you've got the Diary of Tom Riddle with the Basilisk sword, you've got the Basilisk Serpent, and it says enemies of the air beware, and then it says help will always be given at Hogwarts for those who ask for it, and then you've got the banner for the year 2. Aragog is a spider. Now, what you can do with year 2 is you can add it to year 1, which is in the mail to me. Year 1, year 2, all of the years up to year 7. And it can be all one piece, or it could be a drum and you do individual drums. Now, what I ended up doing, and I don't think I've shown you because this was all new, I have dyed my own. Now, I don't think I have enough in this piece for all 7 years. I have to stitch on the extra. But here is what I got done at the retreat. Okay, this is all, I think mostly mostly gassed. Yeah, I think I've got the photo challenge in there as well, so I can't see what the colours are. It's mostly over dye threads in this, so you've got the variation that comes through, and you can see it there in the green, you can see some of it in the cauldron and that kind of thing. The colouring is amazing. So, but as I said, this piece is for all of them, and it keeps going. Now, I have dyed this myself, and I have called it Butterbeer because of the colour. It's a tea and coffee dye, and I did it myself the week before Frogwarts started. Now, I also have a scrap, because if that's not enough, I will need to sew this piece across the bottom for the final bit of the year, and that's my offcut that I actually need to trim or take the edges off or something. This is all my working floss, and these are all the colors. So it's Colorworks, Gast, yes, not Weeks Dye Works, it's Colorworks, Colorworks? Classic Colorworks, that one. Classic Colorworks. In all the colors, and it's well worth using that. But if you don't want to do that, you can convert them all to DMC. Don't. Please don't. Don't convert. Put the effort in. Pay the extra money. Get the overrides. I really think it's worth it. And there is an explanation on, I think it's on the Black Needle Society, why the colors work for this kind of pattern, because of the style of pattern it is. It's either on this one or it's actually on one of the classic Colorworks pages or something like that. But yeah, so look, you've got the Mangrove Project bag. This is perfect for holding everything. So that is Frogwart's box. Now, Pirate box. This came in the middle of it all. And this was handy in that we had a challenge. No, this is the on-the-go stitching. You've seen that. You should have seen that ages ago. On-the-go stitching. Where is my pirate box? Here's my pirate box. Now this came in handy. There was a challenge that we needed. It was called a stash dive. And the pirate box, I think we needed something sea themed or nautical themed, and I raided this. It took all of 6 minutes. I don't think I've put the video up of this though, but this is what's in the pirate box. So you've got your drink cup. It says drink up me hearties yo ho. It's a permanent quality screw top lid for cold drinks. Okay, not cheap. You have your calico bag and a floss keeper. Now these are made by Connie, and in the spoiler card it actually tells you who each of these creators are. So Connie's made these, and Connie ended up in the rooms with us, and we're chatting, you know, with the creator of these awesome things. So this is just a floss card keeper, you know, it's on the split pin. Locks off, black, and she's made all of these cabochon kind of thingamajiggies, and all that kind of thing. You've got your pumpkin, frosted pumpkin stitchery with your lasered ship's wheel. Fire Swamp Burn Balm, so it's just a soothing balm. 5dirtykids.com for use in burns. Floss from Mystical Diamond Art. You've got all of these flosses. Now this is not a digital retreat in a box. This is just a monthly box or quarterly box or whatever it is. Sorry. This is One-Eyed Willy. 8 yards, so lots of it. So there's pink and beige in that. Captain Hook, which is much more pink. You have Dread Pirate Roberts with your variegated greys. Blues coming out there on the overhead camera. And look at this. This is Captain Jack, and you've got greens and greys through there. So you've got those for your colorways. Now you can punch an extra hole in those, slip them onto that floss keeper. But I literally went through this like a crazy woman. Alright, you've got a finishing kit for your pirate booty. So you've got your lace trim, you've got your ribbon, you've got your velveteen kind of finish. You've got a tattoo. Now this is actually Katie's side business. She actually makes tattoos, transfers, and it says goodness never says never say good, no sorry, Goonies never say die, and that's her transfer. And I think it's just one, but it tells you everything that you need for that. The Black Pearl by Jody from Steel City Stitchers, 16 count, and it's glittery Ada. Awesome. How gorgeous is that? It's not overlocked, so again that would need to be finished. Straw for your cup, making it fully usable. You also get the headband from Fable Vans with all the ship, and I used this, and I used the floss keeper because it had a ship, and I think I used this because it had something else in the photos. So it was all kinds of frantically fun. But you've got your hair minder, hairband, keep out of the way. This is the pattern for the box. So you've got your octopus, you've got your sea chick, you've got your crab, you've got your skull and crossbones, you've got your treasure chest, and then this is the spoiler card. Now it also came with all of these bits of crinkled brown paper, packing it out, keeping it safe, and the box came like this, perfect. So there is the card, your spoilers, what each thing is, who it's made by. The next box coming in November is resolution stitching. You've got the 3 girls there, and then you've got your photo challenge if you want to take part in the photo challenge for some freebies. The girls are so generous though. The prizes that they gave out was incredible. You've got your straw and your keeper there. Tattoos, and everything goes back in the box if you wanted to, or gets its home. And like that came out, I got 3 boxes within a day. That came out like that, absolutely perfect there. And I don't think I blanked out my address there, so sorry about that. Now, the latest box I have also got is this one, the Night Garden. And from this, I will show you the Night Garden project. So, this was actually my freebie. And this is me as a VIP being able to show you. Everything that's in this box got used for the retreat though. So you've got this gorgeous scissors scarf. It's so soft. It's beautiful. But it's the typical stork scissors. Oops. Typical stork scissors that you see in all kinds of embroidery worlds. You've got the organza bag. This is an Ort keeper. So it actually cuts out into a square. You can fold the top down, it keeps your orts. Speciality threads came in this. They all got used in the pattern because this kit, there was a needle minder in there. I'll show you that as well. This kit is made to be used at the retreat. Oops. This is a little grow. This is the pattern that Katie designed. This is designed to grow forget-me-not, so it's a little planter. Finishing kit that came with this, so you can finish everything, okay? The finishing kit can make either the snail in the round, or it can make the bag, which you'll see in the project bag itself. Hold the bottom up of that. And this is the project bag. So this also came in it. It's an A3. There is the moth. Okay. And then there's all these snail in the corner. Snail's very pertinent to this retreat. You've got the mushrooms, the crystals, and the stars. You've got the midnight moth. Alright, now all of this also came, or maybe not quite all, some extra bits that I've thrown in here. This little necklace came. It's got a little snail on it. Don't know if that's, yeah, it's a little snail that you can see engraved there. That came as a treat. All of the floss came with this. And I just put it into the bags. There is enough, sorry, there wasn't enough floss in this because I was using 2 over, not 1. And I also made some changes. So you've got your spoiler card here telling you what everything is. Okay. And there's 2 patterns on this. So you've got this pattern here, and you could also get that PDF'd to you if you're part of the retreat. And this bag here is what I was using. So you've got the 3-inch 3-inch square to get your corners, and then you've got your 2.5 and 2-inch marks there with the snail, so it's wood. Then you have some pins that came with the finishing kit, and then you've got this other design with the snail. So the finishing kit does the snail, or it does the calico bag with the ribbon and the bull kind of outside and everything else. You have enough for both of these. And I think while I ran out, it's pictured this plus fabric that we were given, the purple. Yeah, purple scissors, I think. I can't remember. Did that come with this? Might not have. No, it might not. Where did I put the spoiler card? Don't think the purple scissors was with. Was it? Thread pack. No. Scarf. No, the scissors is my own. The fob is Fortnite Fabrics, and the bag is a gift from Cal. And then I just threw my orts into there, which was really handy because I don't use bobbins. So I was kind of going, oh, what am I going to use that for? And then the orts went in there, and it was like, oh my goodness, this is brilliant. It was just like, yeah, that's a great place to put them. So I still need to do the snail on that. And then I've got these. They came, I think, in that bag there. There's my floss, and here's my pattern. Now, I know I'm all kinds of naughty. I use tape. Shh. And there's the fabric. It's Picture This Plus fabric. There's also the needle minder that you saw mention of there. Now, I did a change of spelling, so it should have said... Sorry, I'm back and forth and back and forth. It should have said Savor Life, the American spelling. So what I ended up doing was moving my S over 3 stitches, moving the R that away, and then creating the U, which is actually an upside down N, which is in and fudging the height, and it worked. And I've got Savor in my spelling. And that was the only thing I moved. So all of those just shuffled over, and all of those shuffled over. Now I did run out of green, because I'm doing it over 2, there's a lot of green, so I ended up having to go and get another green floss. But you can see the variegation here. Let me bring this up for you. Don't please don't knock them. You can see the variegation here in Twilight. In the Twilight Green and in the Punch Berry Pink, you can see the variegation coming through, and that's just from me stitching straight lines and then back. So there's all of those, and it was all included, the Weeks Dye Works and the Gentle Arts, and then you got whatever the floss was afterwards. So you got all the names, so you can go out and get it again. So that's my project from that, and it's a finish. What else? I'll show you the rest of my projects. Now, I've done a couple of things, so I'm still waiting for Autumn Instars Hollow pattern. So I've got the PDF version. I'm nearly finished this. Please go. Please go. So this is Autumn Instars Hollow. This is on some linen that I had, because what I'm going to do is allow it to show. It's going to be 4 pieces across the whole width. Sophie, not now. Not now. Go away. It's as wide as it's going to be. I think there's a couple more stitches that need to go along the side of the building here. Yeah. Here is going to be Rory's skirt from Chilton. with her legs. There's another banner that goes in there, and the roof goes up here, and it says something about friends up in the roof. But that's pretty much it. Again, Katie has created this pattern for us. Winter will go here, and then summer behind autumn, and spring, you know, over here. At the moment I've just got it rolled up because I stitched this in hand, and there's tons. I mean, I can cut all of this off, but at the moment I've just left it intact, and that's on a linen that I actually started I was going to do Harry Potter on this, Letters from Hogwarts, and must have freaked out that it was linen and changed it. So yeah, I've changed all that, but I'm finished so many colors there, it's ridiculous. Alright, next kit. Now I have kitted this up. Well, not, it was already there, I suppose. This is Rainbow Sampler, Twisted Rainbow Sampler. I got slate linen. This is a needle minder from Rachel, If It Fits I Sits. This is the Dinky Dyes thread pack, and I've put this on a board, and I've got a rubber band showing me what line I'm on. I've got my unicorn scissors, my pattern stitch instructions for the specialty stitches, and all of my Dinky Dyes here. So that's my kit. The board just keeps it so that I can mark it. And then I got these giant zipped pouches from AliExpress, and I bought a pack of 10. So I've got those, but I still need some way of identifying what each of these kits are. The other thing I also got, these were on special. These are empty. I think these are empty. This one's got something in it. This one has scissors still in there. Oh, this is the cryptid one. This is cryptid. I've made a start. This is Stitchy Witcher 42. This is the problem of having them in unmarked bags. All my floss that I need is here, and my scissors, my needle, and everything else, and that is my cryptid. She has released the frame in the month of August, and then in September the pressure goes on and she starts releasing the cryptids every week or two. So there's that. These, I think I just bought them because they were reduced in my stationery store, and they've got 3 zip compartments. So they've got this bit, and then the main compartment, and I just thought they were handy as. So I bought them for project bags. They're not as big as the A3, so you can see my A3 board. It doesn't go up to the outer edge on those. There's those. Go away, Sophie. Alright. Dark Queen. She's not finished yet because the retreats got in the way. Dark Queen. Oh, sorry. It's a very long video. Lots to show you. Dark Queen. She has been finally released in her entirety. Believe it or not, this is my beading needle. It's bent to all buggery. It's a crazy needle, but it's so easy to thread. I have a set of 10, I think, of this crazy needle. It's like hair. Alright. I also got this in... I was in the Frogwarts box. There's a sticky pad under this, and you can use it to throw your beads in there. It keeps the beads stuck, and you hook them out whenever you need a bead. So really, really handy. So what we've got beads all through up here and things like that. We've got some back stitching with her hair. It actually looks terrible. With Petite Treasure braid, we've got the gold bangles. There's more beads to go onto the trident, and then there's all the back stitching down here of the magic that oozes out of her tentacles. So I've still got an awful lot to do, and she has pretty much been shelved since the retreat started. So there is my Dark Queen, and she's in the project bag that you would have seen before. That was a local purchase from my girls, but I've also got glow in the dark thread that I'm going to maybe mix with the Petite Treasure braid, so we'll see how that one goes. I may be mad, yes, but that is my project bag for my queen. Peppermint purple. I don't think I've got very far with this. No, sorry, this is my Haid. I've got nowhere with my Haid. I hate the 25 count. And I realised that I started 2 over and then I went to 1 over. It actually looks okay. It's a bit hit and miss. The tent stitch is okay. The cross is probably the messiest bit, the full cross that I've done. But I've raided the floss collection in that lots for other projects. Letters from Hogwarts. What are we up to with that? I'm doing the fire whiskey. And so you'll have seen this already, but you won't have seen the whiskey. So what I have ended up doing in the pub, okay, the mantelpiece was central, and then all these extras kind of blocked off the mantelpiece, and I didn't like that. And there are some really good designs of the fire as well, and I really want the fire to be a bit of a key feature. So I will put the fire whiskey on a tabletop, so that's one thing, and I will be putting a full fire in here. The fireplace itself is the same, although there's nothing here, I think, because it was going to be obscured, so I might have to put in another candle or something here to balance it. Can't recall. Everything else here is the same. Yeah, so there we have. And you might not have seen my buckbeak finish. So buckbeak is here with Hagrid's hut and the pumpkins. Some people have put Hagrid hiding behind the tree. I'm going to finish off with variegated green on the grass. I'm going to finish off variegated green here on the pitch and variegated blue on the back here, so it's a bit more kind of solid. Yeah, but that is my Letters from Hogwarts piece. Again, with the retreats, I have done very, very little. I think I used it for Hogwarts, for Frogwarts challenge, because it matched one of the challenge pieces, and I wanted to change from stitching on the Frogwarts pattern. I think that's what I did. Peppermint Purple Sow. I think I caught up with a couple of weeks on this, but I'm not sure. I'm way behind on it. This is the top. So that's where I'm up to there. I think we're down to somewhere like here at this stage, like all of this is filled in. So I need to catch up with that. I don't know, it's just not really doing anything. Maybe because I had the challenges and stuff, and I just wanted to keep going. I have done nothing on the steady threads. I've kitted up my cats. So I've got 2 patterns for the cats. I've got needles, scissors, and everything else kitted, ready to go for those. This also came in the Frogwarts box. It's a Burrows cushion, and I've thrown it on a cushion that we had. So that was the last missing piece, maybe from there. Just looking at the time. Okay, there's still heaps to show you. Okay, sassy pouch. This is the snow pouch. Okay. There were some finishing items. Look at this fluffy whisper thread. It's gorgeous, some white felt, but the fluffy whisper thread. There are some needles, and there is a snowman cover minder. So I'm going to pop this back in. I do need to put these into a bag though. So they will go into a bag when I finish all of this. The Silks for You thread hadn't actually arrived when the box with the bag came. So that was sent out the week after, and it looks like the floss out of frozen. It's Silks for You special dyed for the bag. So that's that. You've got the snowflake shortbread biscuit with the Sassy Devil on it. Hot chocolate and marshmallows. All kinds of cute. We were given the organizer box. This thing was bulging to the bursting out of itself. Organizer box. It's got the little compartments. It's got plastic bobbin things, which I don't use, but handy for the bits and pieces. You've got the spoiler card, magnifying glass. Now I actually use a clear magnifier, but it sits on your chest and magnifies up, and I think my magnifier is 2 times, but it's clear rather than the opaque. Sorry, I'm going to just rearrange this. I'm going to not maybe do that on camera. Then you've got perforated paper for your project. A fat quarter that Melissa has dyed in this beautiful frozen kind of color scheme. That's an extra add-on, and any Aussies who are interested in doing that can get this box. And then you've got a snow kangi, which is Paddock Lane Designs, that's been designed, and then all the bits and pieces that you need and other things, Tasmanian facts. So all of that goes together, and of course you also get your piece of Tassie map that goes in together. And let's see if I can get this. Put that away once and for all. Now, fabric. Oh, I'll show you Cloud's Factory as well. That's the last project. Cloud's Factory I have finished for August. I'll try to remember all of these animals. I might not be able to do it. Cloud's Factory, this was a kit that I purchased. So the fabric is Picture This Plus, and all the flosses came with it. So you've got your black rhino. So part 1 was the okapi and the black-footed ferret here. Then there was the black rhino and the sea otter, the Atlantic puffin and the pangolin, the axolotl and the hammerhead shark, the blue whale and the Maui dolphin, the hawksbill turtle, the monk seal, pygmy hippo, the garrigle, crested heron, I think it might be, and the mountain gorilla. Okay, so that's part 8 done. How gorgeous is that though? That is a beautiful stitch. Each piece is round about the 1,000-1,500 stitch mark, so I get it done in a week. And once that's done, I've been able to then crack on with the Dark Queen and then whatever other projects I've got for the month. So I get this one done at the beginning of each month. My throat's sore. I've been talking so much.
Poor Daddy. No.
Why are you poor?
Poor Daddy. I've broken a nail there.
Oh dear.
But at least I'm using a diamond coated tile.
Okay.
No,
Mystic Fabrics. This was from a huge haul. I think maybe even 2 hauls. You've got Imagine, which is this beautiful purple blue.
I'm fluffy like you, am I?
Opal Ada. June Fabric of the Month. And then the May Fabric of the Month was Mint Julep, this beautiful minty green. Now, one thing I'm doing with these, I'm actually taking photos of these in their full swatch. So it's all out. Taking a photo of this and then uploading it to an app called Trello. So what I can do with Trello is then look at my list of how I've categorized it. So I've got Bee Stitch Me, I've got Misty Fabrics, then I've got other fabrics and whatever. So I can look at Bee Stitch Me and all the Ada is all together and all the Opal is all together, and the same with Misty. And I can go through and I can go, okay, what have I got in my collection without actually going through my boxes, and I can select what I'm after. So there's Night Scar, Sarah? Nights by Sarah, I think it is. 18 count Ada Opal. These are all quite small, these ones 13 by 18. All the things in this kind of khaki camouflagey color. Mother Nature in the green, beautiful. It's really beautiful. Lemongrass in the green. Now lemongrass looks different depending on what fabric it's on, so I've actually got a few lemongrass now. There's another lemongrass, much more subtle in the Lugana than it is on the linen even. And then the gilded, and again these are all little ones, so fat 8s, I think 13 by 18, give or take. So there's all of those fabrics. I've got to go to my bedroom, take pictures and get them uploaded onto my app. Now, I'm jaded, you're probably jaded, so I'm not going to open these. I'm just going to show you each of these. So I have got June, July and August. Okay. These are the Over a Soie colors in d'Alger. So these are all the grains. These all need to get entered into my Stash Cash app and categorized. So that will be a tomorrow project probably. Then there's July, paler greens. And then here's August that I've literally just unboxed. So it's greens and mustards. So there's the Over a Soie club for the last 3 months. Then we've got Classic Colorworks. Weeks Classic Colorworks. Somebody's being a smart ass. Gentle Arts. Weeks. Gentle Arts. Weeks. Okay. So Classic Colorworks, I know it's a bit of a jumble, but the Classic Colorworks for June, we're still in C's, but you've got Camouflage, you've got Cappuccino, something tin in there, but there are the colors, so greens, pinks, orange, yellows. Actually, I'll tell you the names, even if I don't pull each of them out. So you've got Camouflage, candied yams, candy corn, cappuccino, caramel, and baking tin. There. If you're interested in seeing these in more details, please go and check out the enveloping of those in more detail, and they're already in my playlist as accessories or something. Caribbean Waters, Carryberry, so you can see brief color there. Carryberry. Cashmere is grey. Caterpillar is a brown. Cauldron is grey, and KN is a brown rusty kind of colour. And I've been recording all day. She's probably doing very, very well. Cerise is a pink. Chai is brown. Cherry cobbler is red. Cherry tomato is pink. Chili pepper is a brownie rusty, and Chesapeake Bay is a grey. So there's all of those in classic Colourworks. Again, they all will get catalogued. And logged. Weeks Dye Works. June. I do also show how I unravel these so I can stitch with them on those. So there's a bit of a knack to getting the best out of the thread for me anyway. So you've got Carrot, Cappuccino, Carolina Cecil, Bordeaux. Oops, sorry, you're not seeing any of those colours. Hang on, let me do that again. Carrot, Cappuccino, Bordeaux, Carolina Cecil, Carnation, and Buttercup. Charlotte's Pink, Chablis, Cattail, Celadon, Charcoal, and Cayenne. And then the August, we're still in C's. There's a lot of colours in these collections. We have this vibrant chartreuse green, cherub, chickpea, cherry vanilla, chrysanthemum, and cinnabar. I'll just tidy them all into that, and let's see. We'll catalogue these probably tomorrow. These, because I've now got 3 months worth, will probably take me a couple of hours just to pop through each colour. I'm getting better at doing it. I'm getting into my groove, but yeah, cataloguing will probably take the best part of tomorrow for each of these. Now these are 2 separate clubs, so you've got Simply Shakers and you've got Sampler Threads from Gentle Arts. So Simply Shakers, you've got Cider Mill Brown and Cinders, and then in the Simply Samplers is Cinnamon, Claret, Clover, Coral Reef. And I like how we're getting bits of both collections each month, although this one didn't have any. So you've got Cornflower in Samplers, Cranberry, Cotton Candy, which you barely see any difference in the colour of cotton candy and white, Country Redwood, Cottage Blue, and Corn Husk. And then in this month, August, this was me showing how I unravel it. So I actually unravel it into half, and then that is my working yarn. This is Currant, daffodil, and I store these in floss bags so it's not like the long ends go everywhere. Daffodil. Oh, we're on to D. Creek bed. And then in the Simply Shakers, Deep Forest, Crystal Lake, and Brick Path. I think the Simply Shakers, you can go onto the website and you can read up on these. The Simply Shakers are more traditional heritage colours, and the sampler threads are more modern or something. There's a difference between the two collections though. So pop them in and pop them in, and yeah, as I say, I store these as working kits in snap bags that you've seen in any of my kits. That's it. I think I'm done. An hour and a half. I'm pooped. I think I've shown you everything though. Just thinking, Cal sent me treats. I think I've got the, let me have a look. Treats. Oh yeah, there was the peppermint purple. Hang a boot. There was the peppermint purple stitch minder. Sorry, cover minder. Hang on. Alright, with the fault. There's a stitch missing in the vertical, just in the center. And then she also sent me this beautiful enamel cover minder with the tree. The rest was Irish, English, and goodies. Treats that I've missed. So yeah. I have bought other patterns. Other patterns I have bought have been on PDF, electric, yes, Sophie. I have actually bought the Halloween Just Cross Stitch magazine. I haven't done a review of that yet, but that's online as well for me to review. All the Halloween patterns. If you're into Halloween, it's definitely a collection you should have in your collection. It is a collection. It's a collection magazine. So I would recommend you get hold of that. Yeah. I think I showed you everything this last 2 months. Stuff is certainly coming across slower from the States, so I don't have June or July knit crate. I didn't see them. I've got the May one. No, I don't think I've had June or July, because I normally keep it all aside to be able to show you. Yeah. I think I've got everything. I think I've shown you everything that I've got in stitching crafty kind of world. The project bags are really, really cool that Katie has designed. The A3 not quite pencil cases, but zip bags with the designs on the front. They're really, really cool. So I've got that for the mangroves for frogworts, and I've got them for the night garden. They're really, really cool. They're heavy. The night garden one is a lot softer by comparison to the Harry Potter one, but it's probably the same company who makes them. There might be a few bits and pieces that I've taken out already that I've moved. Yeah. I am planning on moving the craft room, or crafting area. I'm taking over the spare room. So I'll put my yarn out on the shelf that I've got there, so I can actually see what yarn I've got. I hate that my yarn is buried up here in one of the boxes in their packing boxes, so I can't actually see what colours I have. So that is one thing that's going to change. I'm going to be able to see what yarn I've got and be able to sort it maybe into worsted, sports, that kind of thing, so I can kind of go, ooh, that color goes with that color and they're both compatible or whatever, and I can make something. Yeah, but I've got my scarf to finish this year. I've got my Harry Potter year 3 box coming for Christmas. More Black Needle Society stuff. I don't think we get another. Well, I've got the Stars Hollow box to open. That will be here next week. Knit Crate will be here by the next time I do a floss tube. Although, like in saying that, it's the 21st. I'm not going to be doing a floss tube at the beginning of September because I probably won't have anything to show you now that you've seen this. But I'll try and get a little bit more regular on that. Yeah. Oh, Expo is next weekend. Misty is taking orders. No, sorry, she's not. Misty is not taking orders. Misty is not registered as a buyer. She's only registered as a seller somehow this year. If you do want to purchase Mislaid Pages, Jessie at Mislaid Pages is a buyer, and then some of your local stores might also be buyers. So if you're interested, go to the Needlework Expo 2021. Just Google that. Go to the list of buyers, and then you can go to your buyer that might be local to you so they can get the patterns or fabrics or whatever else for you. Yeah, it's going to be really, really cool. It's supposed to be Meow the Merrier. I'm actually not seeing an awful lot of cat patterns coming through yet. Maybe they haven't released them all. So I'm a little bit kind of disappointed that there's not more cutesy cats. There's quite a bit of Halloween stuff coming through. There's quite a few samplers coming through. Yeah, I want to see more cat patterns. Just to satisfy me. But that's just me. That just the ones that I've seen so far I haven't really been all that excited about. Yeah, but there's that coming up. I've got a retreat in October, but that's still a couple of months off for a local stitchy retreat for myself. But I will talk to you well before then. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed seeing all the haul. I knew it was going to be a big one, being nearly 2 months worth, but holy cow. It's been a thing. And so much stitching done. Like, insane amount of stitching. I think I've done 7,000 stitches in the last week. So the retreat was last weekend. I've done 7,000 stitches of a 9,000 stitch project of the Autumn in Stars Hollow. So 7,000 stitches in a week. That's pretty damn good. And then I can maybe start getting back to the other projects. Dark Queen is finished. No, well, there are no more drops for Dark Queen. I have to do all the back stitching to finish her, and then I've got to get her framed because she deserves to be framed. But that will free up stitching time to maybe rotate Harry Potter, Letters from Hogwarts, and the Cryptids, which is picking up where Dark Queen, I suppose, is leaving off. But there's no time pressure. And then, of course, we've got the Common Threaded Stitcher project for August with the pictures on Instagram. Click on the friends pages, click on the hashtag, follow the hashtag, follow people that you see and get to know us. Because there's little blurbs on each of the prompts that are there. Some awesome stitchers there that I'm finding, and I'm kind of going, ooh, yay, and I love your thinking and all that kind of thing. So yeah, please stick around with that, even if you just vicariously watch. But maybe it will give you some ideas of what you want to do in the future as well. And yeah, new projects and new toys, new companies. I'm learning new companies. Been learning new companies with the challenges with Black Needle Society for the printed fabrics, because I've never come across printed fabrics or fabrics with particular names. That hasn't been something I've dabbled in much. I get Misty, I get Brandy's Bee Stitch Me, and that's pretty much it. So that's been eye-opening. And the searching, the digital dives have really stretched me from a where do I hunt kind of thing. So that's been really, really cool. It's been really educational. And then there's people we can ask in the groups as well. And finding out about, you know, Connie making the floss keepers and things like that, you know. So you're meeting creators. It's all kinds of cool. And I kind of wish that I could play more and work less and still have the money coming in, of course. Even when I was off for a week, I still don't think I had enough time in the day to do my fun stuff. Time is just too short. Crazy. Alright. Bye for now. See you in the next video. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.